What's up, guys? Pastor Rob back with another reaction video. As usual, I have my son Gage.
What's up?
And as usual, we're going to be reacting to a song requested by you guys in the comment section of our videos. Now, as usual, this is not an endorsement of the song, the artist, or the genre as a whole, but an attempt to create discussion and encourage discernment while listening to music. Our main goal is to listen to music and then give it a little biblical analysis at the end of the song, so hang out for that as well. If you want to know more about us and what we do, please visit our website at pastorrobreacts.com as well as our social media. Speaking of social media, this particular song is by the band Red, and the song is called Cauterized. Now, what I did was I went to our social media, Instagram and Facebook, and I posted I posted a post, and I asked our audience to select a song from this new album that just dropped today at the filming of this video, and they selected this song, Cauterize. Sweet. Now, the band Red, are you familiar with Red?
Yeah, I know the name. I don't really know many of their tracks.
Yeah, I'm familiar with their album End of Silence in 2006. That's probably the last time I ever listened to them. The song Breathe Into Me, or however it goes. that terrible, I'm sorry. But yeah, that song I'm familiar with, and I enjoyed that album. There's several songs on that album that I remember liking. It's been a long time since I've heard them, so I'm excited to jump right into this one. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Already going pretty hard.
Yeah. Man.
Leave it home beyond you. That's fine. But sometimes the battery comes crawling back to you. I paid your price. You left your among my sacrifice.
Oh boy, that's like a little clap for me on that one. Wow.
That sounds sweet. The drums. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Another one. At least they make me feel like I'm not the only one.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't expecting this.
Absolutely beautiful. That was fantastic, wasn't it?
That was excellent.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, me neither. It was great.
It was fantastic. I am now. Oops, got to pause. Next song is coming on. How do you stop this thing? There we go.
This boomer doesn't know how to stop autoplay.
Boomer! How dare you? I don't even know if my parents are boomers. Jeez. Okay, boomer. Boomer's a mindset. I know. That was good. Speaking of boomers, he's probably a boomer. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how old you are. Don't get upset. Wow, that was, when I think of Red, when I think of that first album, I think of a little, I don't know, soft. I want to say softer. That was heavier, I think. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Than what I recall. I recall them having that ability to create that emotion with their voice. What do you think about that?
I thought it was good. The singer was really good. His screams were impressive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the growls and everything. That was great.
Absolutely. Range. He had a very excellent range. Great.
Very versatile.
Singing voice. And then for the clean vocals. And then that yell it made my stomach hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I imagined it came from way down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen him on Instagram. Who hasn't? They are promoting the heck out of this new album. But I want to look at the lyrics a little bit.
Yeah, what does it mean to cauterize?
I actually looked it up. Do you remember we talked about it on another video? Remember I talked about that scene where Rambo, he's bleeding and he heats up his knife and he sticks it on and cauterizes the wound?
Yeah, I remember that. What video was that?
Gosh, I wish I could remember.
I do remember you talking about that.
If anybody remembers that, put it in the comment section so I can link back to that video. If we figure it out between now and then, I'll put a link above Gage there. But it means to burn the skin or flesh of a wound with a heated instrument or caustic substance, typically to stop the bleeding or prevent the wound from becoming infected. I thought that was important to understand kind of what that meant. Because I imagined if you titled it that, it would have definitely something to do with the definition of the song. And I'm glad I did because when you look at the lyrics, he starts off, leave it all behind you, that's fine, but sometimes the buried comes crawling back to you. What is he talking about, buried?
I don't know.
I'm thinking maybe it's an old memory, maybe it's an old love, maybe it's somebody from his past that hurt them. It could be all sorts of things. Pretty subjective.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that that was forgotten about or put to death, put away. Could be sin. It could be talking about sin because they're a Christian band or they're Christian people. So it could be talking about that. Is a battle with sin. I don't know. That's just one thought. It says, you were gone. I paid your price. You left your mark, my sacrifice, this open wound where you can hide. So look away and bite the knife, which is interesting because like a lot of the movies that they'll put a knife or something hard in their mouth so they can bite it while they burn the wounds. They have something to bite on. The phrase "bite the bullet," for example, put a bullet in their mouth and they bite that to absorb the pain, so to speak. So he's saying that you were gone. I paid your price. Like I've already dealt with the hurt and the pain again of a person, of a memory, of sin, whatever, and you left your mark. It was a sacrifice to me. I sacrificed myself for you. And this open wound, where can you hide? And then he tells this memory to look away, bite the knife. I'm going to cauterize you. And he goes into that chorus, cauterize. I hope I'm even saying that right. So when it bleeds, burn away the broken lies that I still believe. Meet the flame, let it inside and cauterize. I'll cauterize you. So it's like prevent the person from infecting them again. Remember the reason for the cauterization is to stop bleeding or prevent a wound from becoming infected. So he's wanting to cut this person off, this thing, again, could be sin, could be all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And he continues on that, when the dead won't stay buried from the war that is raging. So he kind of, when the things from your past keep coming back, they won't stay buried, cauterize it, burn it, cut it off, get rid of it. Wash away the broken lies that I still believe, meet the flame. Let it inside and cauterize. I really like that line because it's, all these, again, if we're talking about a person or even sin, I'm going to keep using sin again because sin promises joy, but that's a lie. But wash away the broken lies that I still believe. So I'm still believing, particularly in regards to sin. We believe that this time I'm going to get joy out of it.
Yeah.
And eventually it comes around and hurts you. It may take longer than other times, but eventually that's the case. He lets it in. So he says, meet the flame, let it inside and cauterize. I'll cauterize you. And he does that awesome scream.
Yeah.
I
That was
like
great.
that scream. Gosh, I'm going to listen to that again as soon as we're done. So the Bible talks a lot about forgiveness. And so if we're going to shift for a second into it being a person. So forgiveness is something we're all aware of that we should do as a commandment. Forgive. We're commanded to forgive in so many places in the Bible. I think one of the fallacies, so to speak, is that people think that you're supposed to forget.
Yeah, forgive and forget.
That's what people say. The Bible
Yeah, I've
doesn't
heard
say
that many
forgive and
times.
forget.
Yeah, that's not from the Bible.
No, not at all. Forgiveness is something you do. Have you heard the phrase? It's a couple reasons. One, because it's a commandment from God. Two, because God knows what's best for you, and He wants what's best for you. And you've heard the old quote that unforgiveness is like drinking poison yourself and waiting for the other person to die.
Yeah.
So if you harbor unforgiveness, you're going to get sick. That person's walking around, no clue that you're mad at them possibly, and I know what it's like to have unforgiveness. You see that person and you just get this taste in your mouth and your stomach turns, and they make the funniest joke ever, and you just kind of
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You're so angry at them. Forgiveness is just letting that go and letting God deal. The Bible says, "Vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord." Let God handle that. God will handle that. They will meet their Maker, and they will stand on Judgment Day before Him, and they will be judged by their works. But forgiveness does not mean that you have to reconcile to the person. You can cauterize them. You can cut that person off. You do not have to be around that person. There's a couple things like forgiveness being a command doesn't mean it's going to be easy. So you're going to have to work through it. You're going to have to think through it. You're going to have to pray through it. You're going to have to fight it. It takes time also to earn your forgiveness, you give the forgiveness. Forgiveness is something you give to earn your trust. Those are two different things. If a person hurts you and you forgive them, it doesn't mean you have to trust them again. You'd be, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
Like, the reality is it's okay to say, all right, listen, you hurt me. I forgive you, but I can't let you in my life. So if you have a toxic person that's been that way in your life, you don't have to let them back in your life, but you can forgive them. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. And it doesn't mean you won't have to work through some pain and have hard discussions. So if you're truly forgiving somebody, say it's a spouse, for example, you can forgive them, but at the same time, you're still going to have some pain and some issues to work through. You're still going to have to discuss and talk, and you're going to have ups and downs, particularly in a marriage, because you're in this covenant. So you can't just cauterize them, on matters that are unbiblical, anyways, or that are not biblical reasons to divorce. So you have to work through those things. Again, it's a process, but it doesn't mean forgiveness doesn't mean that you forget and that you won't have some trials after the fact. And forgiveness also doesn't mean that there's not consequences. You can forgive somebody and they still have to pay for what they did, right? So, I don't know. I can't think of an example. Somebody rear-ends your car. I don't know, your favorite car. You can forgive them. Okay, I forgive you for what you did, but we're still going to go through the process here. You're still going to get insurance involved.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Or spouse, does something. Hey, listen, I forgive you. Especially if it's a biblical affair, for example. Hey, I forgive you, but we don't have to. I don't have to continue in this relationship anymore.
Yeah.
Though I recommend pushing through that, by the way, because on the other side of that is something beautiful. If you could work through that, and so again, I'm not saying jump to divorce quickly. That's not what I'm saying at all. But still, you can forgive that person in that situation if you do have to separate on a biblical basis. So anyway, that's just some examples. But that song was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be playing that album. I think I clapped. Did I clap in the middle of the song?
You did.
I'm kind
Yeah,
of
you
embarrassed
did.
by that. I got excited. I didn't know how to express it. Got giddy a little bit there. I like doing these videos, and it's so cool when it's requested by our community because I feel like I'm listening to it with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I get kind of excited, like a bunch of my friends are in the room. So, all right. Anyway, so that's it for us on this song. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, comment. If you have questions, hit us up on social media or on Facebook, Instagram. hopefully Twitter if they'll unlock my account again, as well as PastorRobReacts.com. You can find me there. But I'm really active on my social media accounts. It's probably the best place to find me. So until the next video, may the light of the Lord continue to shine on you. Peace.
Peace.